Netflix, where your fearless co-hosts Isaac and Larry force each other to watch the worst pieces of shit on Netflix. We will go over every bad edit, all the broken dialogue, all the wooden acting, and laugh along the way, because this is the Bowels of Netflix! Alright, and welcome to the Bowels of Netflix. I'm Isaac, and with me as always is my fearless co-host Larry. How are you doing this week, Larry?
You ever wake up some days and just feel like, today I'm going to go out there and I'm going to catch them all?
That's why I'm not allowed within 500 yards of a school.
I figured you would either go for STDs or children, so I don't know which is worse, but I feel
I'm
like...
I'm pretty sure I already have caught the STDs. Like, if you said, I just wake up and feel like, I just want to infect them all, then, that would overlap. Then, that'd be both. A twofer.
Yeah.
I'm responsible. I wear condoms. 24/7.
It's just like a bandolier of them. You can just peel them off your penis one at a time. And the Trojan Mini. It's my go-to. I don't know why, but when you said the Trojan Mini, in my head I heard a little beep beep noise, as in like the world's smallest car honking its horn.
That's the sound it makes when you unwrap it.
From what?
The little wrapper?
Oh, I thought you meant your penis. You mean the condom. Oh, okay, got it.
No.
Right, no. Yeah, I'm dumb. I'm dumb, man.
Jesus. Do you wrap your penis up?
No.
You, like, wrap it around a pencil at night?
Not more than twice, no.
Oh, God.
And it's a Sharpie.
It's a lengthening technique.
What's that?
It's a lengthening technique. I think counterweights are more typical.
Does that shit actually work?
I know you can regrow foreskin.
You can remove foreskin?
Regrow foreskin by doing weights on the skin of your penis over the head of your shaft if you're really butthurt about not having foreskin. Which, as a man with delightful foreskin who enjoys it greatly, God bless you if you want some foreskin.
Honestly,
just don't take mine.
At one point, I was at a bar with you and two friends of ours, and at some point in the conversation, it occurred to me that it came about because, of course, we were talking about our penises because, I mean, you and I are in a room. We're generally talking about our penises at some point. Yeah, it occurred to me that I was the only person at the group who was circumcised. And for some reason, it occurred to me, like, I found these guys for a long time, and this is the first time I'm learning that. How about that? You think you know a man's penis, and then...
And then you take it out of your mouth and open your eyes, and you're like, oh, holy shit.
This is unlistenable. We're reviewing a kid's movie, for Christ's sake.
No, we're not. We're reviewing
you're right. You are.
God, we are the Bowels of Netflix. Two old friends. We fucking hate each other, if you can't tell. Every week, one of us makes the other one watch the worst movie they can find on Netflix, describe it back in excruciating detail. We live on the internet, Facebook, Twitter. You know how to find us. Send us an email, bowelsofnetflix@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. Make sure to like, rate, subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your family, hide your grandmother's medication until she listens to the motherfucking show. And Grandma, if you're listening, kill your husband. Get the insurance. He doesn't have to listen. That's fine. Live it up. Anyway. Did I miss anything, Larry?
No, I think you got it all. Yep.
Hot and fast.
Yeah. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to interact with our fans. We're working on more this year. This is going to be the year. This is Bowles' year.
The year of the... Should we call it the diddling?
No. No, I'm going to put a hard no on that.
All right. The year of the twiddling.
I'm okay with twiddling.
Twiddling. Yeah, it's like you're twiddling your thumbs.
Mm-hmm. And only your thumbs. I see.
Well,
you looked up to think about what you were going to say next, and let me just stop you right there.
I was going to say twiddling your thumbs near an asshole.
Yes, as long as it's a consenting asshole, yes.
Of course, yes. Consenting, of age, asshole. Well, it's the Hasbro, ages 9 to 99?
No, that's Lego.
Is that how it works? No, okay. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll do Lego, 9 to 99. We're good. Legally covered, right?
I mean, it works. What are the Lego people? Swiss? Danish?
I think so.
Fucking Lego
like
people.
Swiss bank accounts. They don't care about rights.
No, I don't. Right. Not really.
So today, I'm covering...
In case you couldn't tell.
Pokemon Mewtwo Strikes Back - Evolution. Now you might be thinking,
confusing title.
This is that old Pokemon movie from the 90s, like the first Pokemon movie at the height of it. No, it's not. It's a Netflix.
What do you mean?
Remake in 2019. A remake, not a sequel, not a universe-extending saga. A remake.
When you say Netflix remake, was it? I don't know this. Was it actually Netflix? Is it a Netflix?
I think it was a Japanese studio, but it's got the Netflix proprietary logo on it.
Okay, so they bought it.
They own it.
All right.
But yeah.
They threw the money at it. They were the producer. Producer is Johnny Netflix.
It wasn't quite in house, but yeah.
Right,
Netflix got the big mushroom stamp of approval on it.
All right.
And I don't know, you've probably listened to this podcast a couple times. You might know that we were both born very similar, like right around the 80s going into 90s.
Yep.
And we're young kids at the height of the Pokemon craze.
Correct.
I never was into it at all, remotely, and was always confused by it, and literally all of my friends loved it. And I was just a loser among losers.
Now,
because all my friends were losers.
On the other hand, I was super duper into it for the first generation, air quotes. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, just bear with me. For the first generation, I was super duper into it. I had almost every one of the trading cards. I played Red and Blue. I played the shit out of them. I played one of those games last year as early as. So, like, I that is as far as I got, though. I fell off once my parents got divorced, and I never really picked it back up. And so, and now for me, it's all nostalgia for that first 150 original Pokemon.
Right. There's like 1,000 now, aren't there?
I think it's 800.
Oh, God.
There's a lot.
Nonsense. So, yeah. Larry is purposefully making me a fish out of water for this to watch me squirm, and boy, am I going to squirm.
Yeah. This was prophesized by me a long time ago. I did a fucking 3 a.m. episode when I couldn't sleep because I was sad or tired or I don't know what, horny. Who the hell knows?
Probably all the above.
Some combination of all of them.
It's one of those SAT questions.
Yeah, where I listed off the physical qualities of the original 150 Pokemon, of just basically for memory, and looking at a picture to describe them to you. And so I think to start this, what do you know about Pokemon before watching Pokemon Mewtwo Strikes Back: Revengeance?
I know Pikachu is the main little buddy, Ash's little Pokemon. Those are probably the only
You'd have to be pretty brain dead not to know who Pikachu is, yes.
Yeah. I got in an argument about the cultural relevance of Pokemon, and my boomer mother knows who Pikachu is.
Yeah.
So,
you know what? That's right. You or your wife, somebody in your life texted me. What was the question?
Because we got in a whole argument that the cultural relevance of Mario versus Luke Skywalker versus Pikachu or whatever.
That's it. It was that's what it was. It was fucking who is
and
more
I was
culturally
just
relevant.
wrong. I was just wrong by every metric.
As
it's
always.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
No, not all. Sometimes I'm right.
Very rarely, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, and then I know because I played you when we lived together. You got me playing the blue game, I think, right?
Yes, it was blue.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And I got into it and played it for like a week and learned a little bit about Pokemon, but this is like 5 years ago, so I've forgotten everything now.
Yeah.
God, that was like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Jesus.
We're both in our 30s now.
Time hurts.
Time has marched inexorably on.
So I learned a little bit then, but I've forgotten a lot of it along the way. I know there's the starters, there's a fire one, there's a water one, and there's a photosynthesis planty one, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And a lot of them are stupid animal based. I don't really know what they're called. And there's different evolutions.
Uh-huh.
So, like the fire one, there's Charizard, Charmander, Charmeleon, but I have no idea what order they go in.
Wow, I'm impressed you got Charmeleon. Because Charizard and Charmander, they're pretty culturally relevant.
That's pretty much.
Charmeleon is that's a rarer one.
That's the end of my knowledge. Besides Mewtwo. I remembered Mewtwo was a thing because I saw the movie because my stupid friend dragged me to the theater
what was
for his
name?
birthday party.
I forget.
Mike Rico.
Rico.
I was a scuba clown. He was just a regular clown. He had a little bike and he won the $50 gift card because he had a little bike.
Okay,
it's not a costume. That's a prop because your parents are rich. Fucker. Mike Rico.
Did not
I hope you're dead in a gutter. I want that $50 Toys R Us gift card, Mike Rico.
Toys R Us doesn't even exist anymore. Mike Rico, if you're a listener, we thank you for your service.
I'm going to frame it and put it on the wall.
You did not mention that he was also a clown. You just mentioned he had a little bike.
Oh, yeah, he was a clown on a little
bike.
So
that's even funnier to me, so that he bested you in the realm of clowndom.
He also had makeup on, and I just had a scuba mask. And flippers.
So you weren't a clown.
I was. Oh no! I had a wig or a rainbow afro and a full clown suit.
Okay,
but also flippers and a scuba snorkel mask.
Okay.
And I was late to every class that day because I didn't take my flippers off.
So top of your class then, huh? From Juilliard.
Valedictorian, yeah. I gave the speech in the scuba clown outfit. Come to think of it, it was a different school when I gave that speech. There were bars on the windows.
They let you you fucking forget it. Forget it. It's not even funny.
All right.
So you watched this movie with Mike Rico when you were a ute.
And remembered nothing of it at all. Except Mewtwo is the main character, pretty much. The bad guy.
I saw this movie very soon after it released on VHS. And I think I saw it like 2 or 3 times when I was younger. So I remember it fairly well. I remember all the story beats. I don't remember the specifics, but I remember all the story beats.
I'm curious how much this will strike your memory. Because again, this is the sequel. Because this came out in 2019. Or not sequel, I'm sorry. Remake. Mm-hmm. I fucked that up already. God, just hit me.
That's the thing. Why is it called Mewtwo Strikes Back?
What was the original one called?
Pokemon the first movie. Not a joke.
I don't know.
I believe there was a return of Mewtwo later on, but that's different. That was a different movie. That's a sequel. I think I may be making that up.
The evolution thing makes sense, but Mewtwo strikes back because, like you can see from the plot, he doesn't strike back. He just strikes. He wakes up to life and he strikes.
And it's a weird name because I looked at it and I'm like, okay, well, I was looking for Pokemon movies because they're all fucking interchangeable to me now. I looked at it and I'm like, well, wait a minute, I know this scene. This was in the first movie, and I kind of jumped around. I'm like, oh, this is just the first movie in glorious CGI. Air quotes on the glorious.
Yep. And it's not. There's no real life actors for the people. It's like a knockoff Pixar version, like computer animated.
Mm-hmm. It's very strange, the whole presentation of it, and I don't remember it being like a thing that was pushed as like, we're remaking the first movie.
No, it was not a whole lot of money. I didn't get a budget for it, but the worldwide gross was $27 million. So not a huge release. Like, it made some money. I don't know what the budget was.
Surprisingly more than I thought it would be. It probably did very well in Japan, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and I don't know if it even had a theatrical release in the U.S. or if it just came out in Japan and then Netflix bought it. I'm guessing that's probably what it is.
That makes sense. I mean, Pokemon is big in America, but it's huge in Japan. Huge.
Yeah. Runtime is 97 minutes. A lot of that is credits and a really long opening sequence. IMDb is 5.7, a little high, but IMDb skews that way, and it's, Pokemon fanboys who are going to rate it decently. Mm-hmm. Rotten Tomato critic, and I forget how many critics it was, but it's 44%. Surprisingly high.
Yeah, that's not bad for Bowles.
It actually ties the Rotten Tomato audience score. And I think it was only like a few, like 9 critics or whatever it was.
Huh.
It wasn't many critics.
Interesting.
But, yeah. Let's get into the goddamn story. So
I'm very excited for this.
We see some Pokemon archaeologists, and to be clear, they're human archaeologists who study Pokeology.
This is fucking every movie I've ever goddamn reviewed. I have to do this. So good on you for having to fucking work hard for something, you piece of shit.
They're scouting out the ruins of some temple in the jungle. They're looking for the bones of Mew, the most magical, fantastical Pokemon ever. And with the bones, they can whip up a new Mew, perhaps a Mewtwo, and harness the great power of the most powerful Pokemon ever. Sounds good. Nothing's gonna go wrong there. Right, guys? Yeah.
Like, what is there? It's never really... I don't know. It's weird that they want to, like, bring it back to life. And do what with it? Like, I don't...
I mean, in this universe...
it's Jurassic Park.
But Pokemon are at the behest of their human masters, is generally the universe, right?
Yeah.
There's some wild Pokemon, but they can be captured and trained and whatever,
yes,
right?
Yes.
So I'm sure they're the hubris of human science is that they can harness and master this Pokemon.
Yes.
So Mewtwo wakes up in a big vat of science jelly. I'm so tired of science jelly in movies. I had it in fucking Doom Annihilation. I'm just tired of science jelly.
I'm going to keep that in mind and give you as many science jelly movies as I can find.
You're not allowed to mail cum. Oh, movies.
I mean, is that true, though?
If you put it in a vial, you probably can. If it's secure, just don't come in an envelope.
Well, yeah, that's not going to work.
Now I want to find out. Great, that's the next...
Again?
Okay.
With this?
Sorry. I have a paper cut on the tip of my dick fetish. I'm sorry.
Look, you can send me whatever you want in the mail, but I reserve the right to do the same back to you.
Okay, let's not get too crazy. We'll stick with cured meats.
Deal.
All right, so Mewtwo wakes up in the big vat of science jelly. He blinks slowly, and he thinks to himself, and he's got the deep, stupid Mewtwo voice, "Who am I? What am I? For what purpose was I created?" And it's very stilted and stupid. And then he gets all cranky and force busts his way out of the science jelly tube. Mm-hmm. And the scientists are all super excited. He's awake, and they tell him that they ground up some Mew bones and used human science to make Mewtwo the most powerful Pokemon ever. And the scientists are all congratulating each other and shaking hands. They're like, we did it. And just you hear his racing thoughts again. Who am I? What am I? For what purpose was I created? And then Mewtwo goes headlong into some teenage angst and smashes everything in the science lab, eventually turning the entire thing into a smoldering mess. And all the scientists flee. And it's just like a smoking crater in the middle of an island at sea.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you know what that crater is? You know where that was?
Poke Crater?
Cinnabar Mansion.
What?
Cinnabar Mansion is from the games. You don't know anything about Pokemon.
I don't. Did you say Cinnabon?
Cinnabar.
It's not a Cinnabon.
It might be now. I mean, with the progress of technology and everything. Cinnabar Island. You fucking.
It's a cheap franchise to start.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so the animation. I got to stop real quick before we get into the rest of the story. The animation's weird because some of it's pretty good. Mm-hmm. Like the water is really good, the smoke is really good, Mewtwo's electrical chargey things are pretty good. But the humans, especially the scientists, Ash is a little better later, and I guess they're kind of supposed to be stylized after the original anime. Uh-huh. But the scientists are so awful, and their lip flaps don't fucking match up. And it's not, because I was trying to pay attention, and I really don't think the lip flaps are supposed to be for Japanese. And then this is just an English dub. I don't think that's the case.
So you do think that somebody went and fixed up the flaps to match? Well, they did a bad job.
I don't know. I don't know. The flaps were awful. But it seemed like they were trying.
Isn't it amazing how much that can take you out of something?
It made me very upset.
That's why, I don't really want to give you many foreign movies, because for me, that takes me out so much when the lips don't flap together with the words.
I'm a little better with it when it's humans. Mm. Well, no, I usually watch subtitles.
Yeah.
That's hard to do a review of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, so back to the fucking story of this nonsense. So Mewtwo's just standing in the smoldering crater next to the Cinnabon stand, and some evil dude shows up in the middle of the smoldering ruins and tells Mewtwo that together they can rule the world. He then puts some armor on Mewtwo, and then we get a montage of him in charge of Mewtwo at some Pokemon battles where Mewtwo mops the floor with everyone else, and the evil dude looks on from on high. Then we see the evil dude and Mewtwo in another science lab, presumably the evil dude science lab. And Mewtwo goes on his dopey existential rant again. Who am I? What am I? For what purpose was I created?
Oh my god, really? Still?
Yep, still.
Jesus.
Evil dude is like, shut up, Mewtwo, you're my little bitch. And he tries to capture Mewtwo with magnets. But human hubris, as always, Mewtwo busts his way out of that shit easy peasy and flies off into freedom. And after that 12-minute opening sequence establishing the story of Mewtwo, we finally get the title card of the movie. 12 minutes in.
Now, this is something I remember from the original movie. Do you ever see the evil guy again?
No.
Do you have any idea who the evil guy is?
Ash's dad. Twist.
Great job, Pokemon, the first movie. Great job. Because I know who it is because I played the games, but you, a dullard and an incompetent, have no idea who that guy is. And they just don't tell you.
It's the big trainer at the Poke Gym where Ash gets pokeyed in the Poke Hole.
You're actually halfway correct. You got some of that right. I'm not going to tell you which parts, but...
I'm going to keep my fantasy alive. You can keep yours.
Because how fucking weird is that you just get, like, here's this evil dude, he's got this big cat, and he makes Mewtwo fight, and then you just never see him again.
Right, and so like, I get the scientists in the beginning are throwaway. It's just sure. Like the very beginning.
They had to create him, right? Like, that's fine.
But then it's setting up, like, this guy's going to be important, and he's around for a few minutes of screen time. And then, it's just totally gone. It's just Mewtwo's the only villain then. And then the title card being 12 minutes in. And I know it's a kid's movie, but it's this dumb thing where, like, this dramatic music builds up, and then it's like, Pokemon, Mewtwo, and then, like, the words are, like, impacting on the screen. Strikes back, dash, evolution. And it's, like, lightning shimmering around it. It's stupid.
Oh, man.
Hate that shit. So now we get into the real story. We see Ash and his two dipshit friends. I don't think the girl ever matters. She's the suspenders girl, the yellow shirt and the suspenders and the nipples or whatever. And then the other boy basically just wants to fuck all the time and just keeps trying to fuck all the pretty girls. Mm-hmm. Except he doesn't think Suspender Girl's pretty enough to fuck.
Yeah, they are Misty and Brock, yes.
Yes.
Do you know anything about who they are in the world of Pokemon?
Hopefully they're brother and sister, because I don't know why he wasn't throwing her the D.
Amazing. No, that's Ash's girl, clearly.
Oh.
No, that's
why
not
wasn't
actually
he grabbing her ass? Oh, okay.
Ash Ketchum is 10 years old, Isaac.
So?
I rest my case, Your Honor. Take him away.
9 to 99. We're following Lego's rules.
Oh, shit. This is so... I want to say weird, but that's not the right word. It's like I'm having an out-of-body experience listening to you not have a fucking clue about what's happening. And me knowing everything because I played the fucking Pokemon Red twice a year.
It's going to get so much worse. Just wait until the Pokemon start coming out in force.
So what do you... So, because... All right, I'm sorry I'm interrupting so much, but...
No, you're fine.
You don't really know anything about, like, how these three idiots ended up together, how they got here, any of that, right?
Absolutely not. I know vaguely how Poke Battles work.
And
Is it Poke Battles or Pokemon Battles?
I think it's Pokemon. I don't think anyone ever says Poke Battles, but I don't think that's incorrect. I don't think it matters. I don't think they call it anything. It just happens.
I get a Poke Battle on my birthday every year.
How is your wife?
She can't hear anymore. It's the strangest thing.
How did that happen?
I wonder if it has something to do with the ether I poured in her ears.
Where does one buy ether?
From the torture store.
Oh, right. I forgot. That's fucking
also
COVID.
known as JCPenney.
I was shocked that COVID didn't shut that place down. No, for real, though. Your wife knows a bit about Pokemon, does she not?
Yeah, I think she's sort of the same as you, but like a couple years younger than you. So I don't think she was super hot on the first games, but she played them later
she's like
on in
9,
life.
Right?
Yeah, she's 9 now. 9 to 99, still good. Lego legal. Oh, God.
Man, just when she was 7 and you were there rubbing your hands together. 2 more years. This is awful.
I did meet her before she was of legal age. At any rate, she was invested in Pokemon a little further on. I think she had a Game Boy SP or whatever. So she played a few levels of the game, and was I don't know if she was into trading cards or the shows or movies or whatever, but definitely the games. So she has Pokemon knowledge, probably the same-ish as you.
Okay. So did you guys watch this together? Was she as shocked as I am at some of your your total lack of knowledge. Not shocked. Is not the right
No,
word.
we did this separate, and I think she's very excited to listen to this episode because she's sure it's going to be ridiculous. So I think she wanted my ignorance to be on full display like it normally is in our lives.
Well, yeah, I mean, she's married to you. She must have known that was part of the deal. So,
yeah.
But to get back to these fucking three idiots in this movie, like, it's tough to remember sometimes that Pokemon is technically an anime, and this is a thing in anime movies where there'll just be a movie, and, like, it just is part of the thing. You don't have to, it's not even part of, like, the show. You don't have to explain anything. It's just, it is for fans. It's not for anyone else. But Pokemon's kind of unique because it's such a phenomenon. Like, you're not going to go and watch goddamn a Naruto movie unless I force you to, for example. And, like, nobody but a goddamn nerd knows what Naruto stuff is. But, like, Pokemon is such a worldwide phenomena. It's interesting to remember that, like, it still falls into those same shitty anime tropes of, like, we don't have to try because we're only selling to Pokemon fans.
That is true. I mean, it's still, like, again, this is a fine movie for a 7-year-old.
Sure.
Like, it's stupid. There's a lot of story inconsistencies and stuff that I care about. But a 7-year-old, it's entertaining minute to minute. Mm-hmm. There's stupid jokes and gags that I think are horrible, but for a 7-year-old are delightful, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. So, and the story, like, makes enough sense that it's fine.
It's coherent enough. It's just interesting. Yeah. There's, like, what you learn to accept from a movie like this, where it's just like, oh, they're just all here. You know, that's Ash.
Right, yeah.
He trades Pokemon. Okay. Pokemon
These are the friends.
They're just things that exist, and here we go.
And no, you seriously could have told me that Suspenders Chick was fucking either of the two guys, and I would be like, oh, okay. They just didn't do that in this movie, but fine, whatever. No problem.
No, Ash is 10, and Misty, I don't know, she's like 16 or something. I think Brock is like 45. That's a joke, but I think he actually is an adult. I don't know.
Just Brock Lesnar?
Kind of, I guess.
He was very purple and sweaty.
Yeah. Well.
So we see them running along in a field, and Ash's favorite fucking Pokemon, Pikachu's, running along with them. We get some banter. They're on their way to some place to train to be Pokemasters. Ash is hungry, so they stop for lunch, and there's jokes about hunger and setting the table and whatever, but a grown man interrupts them and challenges Ash to a Pokemon battle. Ash happily agrees, and we get a montage of the Pokemon battle, where Ash and his fucking phenomenal Pokemon beat down the grown man handily. All the while, inexplicably, Mewtwo is watching surveillance footage of this Poke battle from his secret lair, which is the third secret science lair of the movie.
That's a good point. That's
with his human. How does a Pokemon make a lair? I guess he's super powerful, but does he know, like, how to make right angles with 2x4s? Is that a Poke skill?
I don't know. That's a great question. I don't know that they have the power. They have the power of construction, but I think they have to have a human master teach them how to do it.
Yeah. Like, Einstein was a genius. I don't think he could hang drywall. There's different kinds of skills.
I just want to see him, like, very frustrated with, like, a hammer and nail, like 6 nails bent the wrong way. Yeah. He's just screaming in German about how he can't do this.
Oh, you were picturing Einstein hanging drywall, not Mewtwo. Okay.
Well, Mewtwo's got psychic powers. Einstein's just a guy.
The tail would help.
Yeah.
Wait, you're talking about Mewtwo now? I'm talking about Einstein. Everyone knows about Einstein's vestigial tail.
No, I really didn't.
Yeah, Stephen Hawking. Never mind. Anyway, I'm not at liberty to disclose that knowledge.
Yeah.
So, so he's in his secret lair, and he's got a human assistant nearby who, like, seems kind of robotic and weird, and something's afoot, whatever. Then we get to see Team Rocket, who are kind of like the loser bad guys, basically. Is that that's a good assumption? Or
they're the perennial bad guys who get defeated every episode.
Yeah, they're the thorn in the side of our heroes, but they're never the big bad.
No, yeah, they're far too stupid.
Yeah. So it's two humans and Sharp Kitty, Muth. Mewth.
He says his part of his bit is saying his own name. Okay? All right, listen. We didn't really talk about Pokemon that much, but the one thing that Pokemon can do is say their own name, so there is absolutely no excuse for you getting any of them wrong.
Oh, well, I've named all the Pokemon I can name already. The 5 in my lexicon.
Yeah, and also I don't know if I'm cutting into your next bit, but Meowth can talk, and Mewtwo can talk, and no other Pokemon can talk.
Yeah, I didn't really cover Meowth because he was kind of annoying, but he's like the great value version of Eddie Murray from Mulan, the dragon guy, whatever.
Eddie Murphy?
Yeah.
You said Eddie Murray.
I did?
Yes.
Bill Murray. Whatever. I don't know. The dragon. What's his name?
Did you say Mustafa? That's Simba's dad. Mushu.
Okay. That makes sense.
Like Mushu pork. Mustafa.
Mrs. Doubtfire, the dragon. Yes, I got it. My pop culture is solid.
Yeah, you are all over the fucking gap with this. What is
My memory
happening?
is not like a sieve. So yeah, Team Rocket is looking down at Ash and his dipshit friends through binoculars, making comments about how powerful Pikachu is getting and how they have to capture him for their team. They complain about being hungry and make terrible non-jokes. And yeah, Meowth has little stupid banters, but it just sucks. It's not fun. She's like, the chick holds up a frying pan. It's like, I have a frying pan. He's like, well, what good is a frying pan if you don't have anything to fry in it?
It's not meant for anyone above the age of 7.
Yeah, and for some reason I'm watching it, and that reason is you, and I'm going to mail you a bomb.
Yeah, I'd like to I just get a couple words here for you. Spookly and the Christmas Kittens.
Okay.
And followed by a couple more, Suck My Dick.
That's fair. That's the only Christmas movie I could find. There weren't any other ones on Netflix.
We're doing Christmas in fucking July, for Christ's sake.
I hope they make new movies. Okay. So, meanwhile, a big doofy fucking dinosaur with wings and a mail satchel drops in to give them a letter. Ash and his friends. And it's an invitation to come study with the world's greatest Pokemon master. But we know from shit off screen it's actually a trap from Mewtwo. Dun, 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 dun. Is the stupid male dinosaur a Pokemon?
Yes.
I mean, I guess he's a Is he a named Pokemon?
Dragonite.
Does he normally deliver mail?
No. Dragonite's one of the strongest Pokemon in the first generation.
Why is he the mailman?
Because I don't know. Because it looks cute. I don't fucking know. Because like most of the other things with wings are either terrifying or birds. I think this is the only one in the first generation that's like bipedal and has wings that isn't Charizard, who is terrifying. And Ash already has one, so you can't double up on the Charizard. How are you going to sell more Charizard cards?
Stupid kids will buy anything. You've proved that. You and all your Poke friends have proved that.
It's true. It's very true.
So Ash and his dipshit friends arrive at the ferry station, where a shit ton of other Pokemon and their trainers are waiting to ride the ferry to the mysterious island to train with the greatest Pokemon master in the world because they got invitations too. So a hurricane is coming in and getting all fucked up. Mm-hmm. And this is the scene I was curious if was hearkening back to the animated movie. There's this close up of Mewtwo's fucking like little stubby paw like going in a circle. And it's glowing purple and, like, whipping up all the hurricane energy. And you just see, like, a close-up on his stupid little fist for, like, 20 seconds while the storm is brewing.
I don't remember that specifically. It very easily could have been there. I don't know if this is shot for shot. I don't remember that, but, I mean, I did see this when I was a kid, so I probably would not have thought twice about that, because I didn't know what was good and what was bad then, because I was stupid and a child.
Stuck out as odd to me. So the hurricane is badly affecting the shore town, and the lady in charge informs the crowd that the ferry has been canceled for today because of the storm, and also the nurse is missing.
Mm-hmm. Nurse Jenny.
Yeah. Who Brock Lesnar
No, sorry. Nurse Joy. Officer Jenny is the cop. So Pokemon only has one cop and one nurse, and I think the joke is that they're all supposed to be sisters, like two families of, like, identical sisters.
Interesting.
I'm not certain of that. But yeah.
So Oh, God. So some of the Pokemon trainers aren't having this fairy closed down thing. So they use their super powerful flying and swimming Pokemon to start making their way to the island. Mm-hmm. Ash stands at the end of the dock and says they just have to get to that island because the most powerful Pokemon trainer in the world is over there. But his dipshit friends remind him they don't have any Pokemon who can get them across. Mm-hmm. Conveniently, a boat shows up with a couple of shanty-singing first mates and a random Pokemon captain, and they're all wearing costumes. Guess what? It's goddamn Team Rocket. So stupid.
This is Team Rocket, who have Ash and company meet literally every episode, and yet still are bamboozled by repeatedly.
Ash and his dipshit friends.
Just want to throw something out here. Misty is actually the gym leader of the water gym, meaning she specializes in water-type Pokemon, like the ones they use to swim across the goddamn lake.
Yeah, guess who's gonna save them? Her fucking water-type Pokemon. But this is the only way we could get fucking Team Rocket over on the island.
Yeah,
so
sure.
We will.
Dress them up like fucking whatever.
It just doesn't make sense. So they get in the boat, and they go along for a while before Team Rocket turns on the boat's rockets. Convenient. And it goes into a wild joyride where Team Rocket reveals themselves, and everyone gets thrown off the boat in giant waves. Team Rocket apparently just fucking drowns because we don't see them again. Guess what? They show up later.
You don't say!
Ash and his dipshit friends use some fucking bedazzled starfish fucking Pokemon and the Squirty Turtle to struggle their way along the ocean and arrive at the obviously evil fucking island.
Squirty Turtle.
That's what he is.
If I ever open up a bar, it's gonna be called the Squirty Turtle.
That's a good name for a bar.
And it's gonna be right next to my restaurant/house, the Noodle Factory. It's a restaurant and also where I live.
I would love to go to the Squirty Turtle in the Noodle Factory. God, that sounds like really sexual.
Yeah, you combine it into the Squirty Noodle, or the Turtle Factory. Either way, sounds like somebody's getting fucked.
Jesus Christ.
The Squirty Turtle. That is something else. This is amazing.
Okay, so yeah, and throughout the movie, we'll be getting random shots of Mew. Not Mewtwo, just Mew, who's like a littler version of Mewtwo. Just flying around, even though everyone thinks Mew is extinct.
Can you describe what Mewtwo looks like for those uninitiated?
I will soon.
Okay. Fair enough.
He's more. I'll get more detail, but he's more or less a big cat on his hind legs.
Okay.
A bipedal cat.
Sure.
Kinda.
Yeah. All right. I don't want to step in your bed. I just would. I feel like that might help.
And Mew is much more like just a random quirky flying cat, and his name is Mew, and he says meow, meow, meow. Fucking Pokemon can only say their names. Oh, God, I'm gonna die.
Imagine if animals in real life did that. Dog.
Just gonna say human until I get locked away somewhere safe.
Oh, God, hopefully soon. Tired.
So they get to the evil fucking island. They meet Mewtwo's assistant, who's the obviously evil looking, or at the obviously evil looking dock. Brock Lesnar recognizes her. Turns out it's the nurse from the ferry who was kidnapped last week and is now brainwashed to be the assistant, but our heroes don't really put that together for some fucking reason.
Again, woman they've met basically every episode.
Stupid Team Rocket, we see, has survived the ocean and shows up and is sneaking into the obviously evil-looking island compound. Ash and his dipshit friends meet the other 3 Pokemon trainers who were able to make it to the island. They have a little banter and talk about Pokemon and look at each other's Pokemon and play doctor in the corner under a sheet. And then the room goes dark and Mewtwo descends from the cavernous ceiling. Meanwhile, Team Rocket is trying to sneak into the evil fortress through the sewers. Meanwhile, Mew is following them around in secrecy, giggling and disappearing. Every one of them tries to turn around and get a glance. Mewtwo lands on the ground and introduces himself as both the world's greatest Pokemon trainer and the world's greatest Pokemon. Oh, and by the way, Mewtwo is dummy thick. He's got an ass like a dump truck and hips that could birth Andre the Giant.
The best part is you're totally not wrong.
I was a little turned on. He is so curvy.
It doesn't really have a gender either. I don't know. It's weird. Pokemon genders are weird.
I mean, you see his big, prominent, genital-less crotch.
Yeah, he is a Ken doll. Or I don't know. I guess he. I think he has a male voice. I think as well.
A very deep voice.
Do they call him he? I'm curious if they updated that. I think they call him he originally. I'm curious if they updated that for the 2019 version.
He's also ultra aggressive and has an unbelievable aggression and lust for power, which I think are traits of the male.
Oh yeah, he's definitely based on a white man for sure. But I mean, yeah,
he's the Hitler of Pokemon.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, he wants to purify the race.
Yeah,
actually,
actually, fuck. Mewtwo's Hitler. Oh, all right.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking Pokemon Hitler's tummy thick. Sometimes I wish we named these episodes based on some of the lines because that would be perfect. That'd be the perfect name of an episode. Pokemon Hitler's dummy thick.
Maybe we can make that the description.
Fucking, this is incredible.
Oh, let me just type that out. I don't want to forget. Oh my god, I am so lost in my notes. Okay, right. Pokemon Hitler is dummy thick. Thick with 2 C's, spelled correctly. Oh, and yeah, I spelled Pikachu the entire with a K or with a C and a K wrong, and spell check corrected me. Spell check knows Pikachu.
Yeah, man.
Fuck.
Yeah. Well, you're like upset about it, and that's the part I don't understand.
Because this is so foreign to me. For Pokemon has always been like, what Pikachu is what it's like. For me, it's the same as the Big Bang Theory, where like I've seen maybe an episode and a half, and I know Sheldon, and that's all I know. I know they're nerds, and I know Sheldon, and there's a lady with tits.
Okay,
I know.
That's understandable, I guess. But yeah, it's such a phenomenon. Like I don't even. I'm just like surprised at being a nerd. You're like the outskirts. You didn't just like see it driving by and were not aware of how massive it is.
Nope, I refused. So
it's weird because usually we'd be in the opposite shoes of me, just refusing to like anything because I'm, me. It's just weird.
So one of the random other trainers is kind of a meat-headed guy. He's all pissed off and says, Pokemon can't be Pokemon trainers. That's sacrilege. And he sicks his baddest Pokemon onto Mewtwo, which is like a water worm or something. And Mewtwo slaps that bitch down like a piece of cheese on a sandwich.
Water worm?
Yeah. A spiky water worm with fins.
That's Gyarados for those of you listening at home.
Oh, okay. Mewtwo releases his assistant nurse lady from mind control and she falls to the floor, waking up and saying, "Where am I?" And Mewtwo says, "It's very easy to control something as weak as the human brain."
Fucking shots
Meanwhile, Team Rocket is sneaking around in the evil compound, the science wing, apparently. They're in the other guys are in the grand ballroom. Mewtwo built this. How did he build it? How?
I don't know. Brain powers? Who knows?
And Team Rocket finds a bunch of Pokemon brewing in big glass jelly science vials. The Rocket League chick accidentally bumps into something and video... Is it Rocket League? Oh, Team Rocket.
Rocket League is the video game with the cars that play soccer.
What? Man, I don't know anything about pop culture.
Yeah, Rocket League's this really popular video game it's like RC cars that play soccer.
You know what was funny? That Johnny Carson. I like him every night on The Tonight Show.
I'm pretty sure last week I referenced Barney Miller, which somehow at age 30 we're actually 65. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, who knows? We were never young.
No. One of the first movies I remember seeing is Demolition Man. Let's not forget that. And fucking El Dorado.
So I'm just going to stick with it. Rocket League chick accidentally bumps into something, and a video starts playing that literally is like a documentary explaining the entire science project behind cloning Pokemon and creating Mewtwo. Why does Mewtwo have that, like, queued up to play in his lair? Like, he just wants to watch it?
That's a great question that I'd never considered.
So stupid. Meowth almost gets sucked into the cloning machine, but his trainers nab him just in time, but the clamp pulls out a couple of hairs from his tail, which apparently is enough to clone him.
Mm-hmm.
Now back to the grand ball or hall, great ball, dance hall.
Great
I don't
balls
know.
of fire, yes.
Yes. Mewtwo reveals, oh man, I skipped over some stupid shit, whatever. So Mewtwo reveals a giant Pokemon battle arena. Again, he built this. And pulls out a clone of the starters, but like the evolution version. So it's the water guy, the fire guy, and the plant guy.
Okay, so
Squirty Turtle.
I need you to describe the other two. I'm not as much. I need you to describe the water one for me.
A big fat bipedal turtle with water cannons on his shoulders.
And when you say water cannons, like made of metal cannons.
Yeah, that shoot water.
All right, that's it. Yep, just wanted to make sure you knew that.
And that's when Squirty Turtle grows up. It's the Blasty McBlasterson, right?
Yeah, Squirtle evolves into a War Turtle, who evolves into Blastoise. Yes.
Yeah, mine's just as good.
You got
start my own Pokemon with hookers and blackjack.
It's just 3 Pokemon and then a harem.
Yeah.
And one of them's just Pikachu with like a hat that just says not copyright infringed.
I had the discussion with my wife if there were any other circumstances besides being leader of the entire world where I could have a harem, and I was quickly shut down. That's the only one where it's allowed. What if I become really famous? Like Leonardo DiCaprio famous. Can I have a harem? No.
Yeah, well, I'm glad she set those rules.
I'm going to get into politics now. And this show won't stop anything along the way.
Well, look at our last president. I think you're fine.
Yeah, good point.
9-99.
So all the 3 human trainers, Ash and 2 of the other ones, not his 2 friends, because they can't be important to the plot at all.
Mm. They're there to prop him up.
Face off. Ash's fire guy goes against Mewtwo's fire guy, and so, and Mewtwo's guys beat them all up. And it's like a big 10-minute fight. And it's really drawn out. I'm sure it's super exciting for an 8-year-old, but it was just an action sequence. It was mildly entertaining, but not really. Mewtwo then unleashes super strong versions of Pokeballs that fly around and nab up all of the trainers' Pokemon. Mm-hmm. The trainers try to protect their Pokemon in various ways, but to no avail. Pikachu can temporarily stop the Pokeballs with his electric bullshit, but as he's fleeing up a giant flight of stairs, he eventually gets tired and ends up getting caught in a Pokeball. Ash is super sad and manages to jump in the secret tube in the ground that the Pokeball gets with Pikachu and it gets sucked into, and then Ash goes flying down the tube at breakneck speed. Team Rocket League watches in the science wing of the evil lair as all the magic Pokeballs come down the chute into the conveyor belt and go into the cloning chamber. Each Pokemon clone then emerges in an amorphous tube of science jelly, while Team Rocket systematically names them off. We have Fizzle-Fazzle, Grumpalumpicus, Anal Bangle, Sir Squirtsalot, Senate Pro Tempore, Fuzzy McFuckerstein, Fire Tits, Clumsy Duck, Scissor Nipples, Fire Pony, Water Worm, Fat Bird, Backward Snake, Anal Beads, Afro Ass, Rock Dog, and Surprised Fish. Did I get any of those right?
Oh, God. Oh, shit.
None of those are... I feel like Clumsy Duck was right.
Honestly, you got a lot of them half right.
Could you tell what any of them were from what I said?
Okay. Listen, go one at a time, and I'll see if I can do it.
Fizzle-Fazzle.
Not a clue.
Grumpalumpicus.
Probably Venusaur. Was that the dinosaur with the tree on its back?
I don't remember now, man.
Okay, never mind then. Continue.
Anal Bangle.
That's pretty ambiguous.
Sir Squirtsalot.
That's Blastoise.
Fuzzy Fuck McFuckerstein.
I don't know.
Fire Tits.
Did it look like it was a black face? Was it purple? Did it have long blonde hair? That Jinx? It might be Jinx.
I know. Clumsy Duck. I know
That's
one.
Gold Duck.
No,
Was
I
it
think
blue?
it's Psyduck, actually.
Oh, yeah, Misty has a Psyduck. Yeah, it's Psyduck.
Yeah. That's the one I actually looked up.
Okay.
Because I hated it so much.
I thought,
duck.
Misty has a Psyduck. I forgot about that.
Scissor Nipples.
That's a Scyther.
Yeah, probably.
Was it a
Fire
bug
Pony.
with, like, you don't know.
Yeah.
Why am I asking you these things?
Blade hands.
Yeah, that's Scyther.
I said nipples instead of hands.
Whatever.
It was close. Fire Pony?
That's Rapidash.
Okay. Waterworm? Yeah, we covered that. That's GLaDOS.
GLaDOS from Portal, yes.
Gladiator. Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe, yep. That's
Word association. Fat Bird.
Pidgeot, probably. Or
Okay.
Pidgeotto. No, yeah, I think probably one of those two. They're the same fucking bird.
Okay. And now this is me showing off that I have a brain. Backward snake.
It's Arbok.
No, it's Ekans.
No, it's Arbok.
Because I know that... Well...
Arbok is
I know-
Cobra backwards. You're right. Ekans is
snake backwards.
and then
I'm
it evolves into Arbok, which is Cobra backwards. Did it look like a cobra or did it look like a regular snake?
It looked like a snake. I don't know, man.
I'm asking the wrong person.
I don't know no snakes.
I don't know nothing about no snakes, sir.
Anal beads. I think I just put
That's
anal.
anal
Oh no,
beads,
no.
That's Onyx.
Yeah. Yeah.
That one
that
I
is a
got as soon
Pokemon.
as you said it, which I wish I didn't.
Afro ass.
Tangela, maybe?
I know it's because it's my wife's favorite Pokemon is Ninetales, but it's one evolution below that.
Oh, the Vulpix.
I guess, yeah. Afro ass.
No, that's it, yeah.
Rock Dog.
Rock Dog? Rock
It might
Dog.
be like a rhino.
Oh, Rhydon. That guy
Maybe.
one guy has a Rhydon, I think. I remember
Looked like
the
a
movie.
rock dog. And surprised fish.
Magikarp. It's gotta be.
Okay.
I don't...
All right.
I only guess. You really... Oh my god, I'm fucking crying. Just you listing them all off was genius. God bless you.
So Ash pops out on the conveyor belt and is diving and trying to get into the cloning machine to nab. The Super Pokeball Pikachu is in. Ash fights with some robotic arms, but eventually frees himself and the Super Pokeball with Pikachu inside, but not before the machine has processed Pikachu's DNA information and put a clone of Pikachu into the science jelly tube.
Now, if I was writing this movie, if I was writing the gritty reboot, Ash would 100% be cloned. And have to, like, shoot his own clone.
I know, it'd be great.
Mercy
Or
kill his
fuck
own
it.
clone.
Or fuck it. Just have a whole love scene.
We're like, you know how like there's the trope of like an angel and a devil on your shoulder? It's like your horniness and I'm just hatred on people's shoulders.
We should rebrand.
Those might be the two traits we represent, which is deeply upsetting if you think about
Welcome
it.
to the Bowels of Netflix. I am horny. With me as always, my fearless co-host, Hate.
I hate so much.
My tongue is turning inside out from talking about Pokemon so much.
Oh, God.
So all of the fresh clones get released from the amorphous science jelly tubes and start wandering off to be of service to Mewtwo. After that, all of the Super Pokeballs just get spit out of the machine, and all of the original Pokemon Mewtwo just captured are free. Let's be clear, Ash has absolutely nothing to do with this. Absolutely nothing to do with it.
Uh-huh.
And my time frame going forward is accurate, because before I was skipping around with a lot of stuff. So that happens, and then we cut to Mewtwo telling the human trainers, all the Pokemon are gone. He's like, I have no desire to hurt you. You're free to go. That is, if you can survive the storm. And then, like, he opens the doors, and there's the giant raging storm, and how the hell could they ever swim home? Ha ha ha, evil laugh. Then a giant hole explodes in the floor off to stage right. Mewtwo says, what is this? But it's his evil clones coming to do his bidding. Why is he surprised?
Oh, what? Wait, what?
He sees the blown up hole, looks over, is like, what? And it's his clones, and he's like, oh, my clones, good, okay.
Oh,
yes.
weird. That's weird.
Yeah. And then, after all the clones come out, Ash climbs out of the smoldering hole with all the original Pokemon with him. And Mewtwo says, you set them free! No, he didn't! Ash didn't set him free. The machine just spit him back out. And Ash says, I had to! What you're doing is wrong! God damn it! You didn't set him free! We just saw 30 seconds ago. What happened?
Yeah.
No!
What was
It wasn't even like Ash inadvertently broke the machine or something. He just escaped from it.
Okay. That all said, like,
Yeah.
what was Mewtwo's plan with the old Pokemon? Like, leave him on the floor? Throw him into a meat grinder?
Just keep him in the super Pokeballs, I guess. Why would the machine spit him out?
I don't know.
It's not like Rocket League girl accidentally bumped her fat ass up on a lever, started playing a video, and spit all the goddamn Pokeballs out.
Speaking of dummy thick.
Yeah, she got a fat ass.
Can you describe her hair, please?
It's a giant purple swoop. It's Prince's guitar.
It is gigantic. It is a man's length long.
And seriously, you basically get upskirt shots of her while Meowth is like walking behind them in the sewer. Mm-hmm. And you're like kind of seeing from Meowth's perspective. And you're like, am I gonna see some pussy? I kind of want to, but I'm confused.
I wonder how many people watched Pokemon, the first movie, and whatever the fuck 9 words the title this is, and thought to themselves, am I going to see some pussy?
It's like when I volunteer at the old folks' home. That's my, it's my main thought.
Fuck.
I'll do the sponge baths today. I'm a good person.
I don't think you are, but I can't disprove it.
We have hours of evidence to the contrary. On tape.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Hey, you did say tape, but not this recording. Congratulations. Welcome to the
I
club.
said it to mock you.
Okay, whatever you say.
Yeah. Digital recording.
Yeah. Welcome to a fucking 12-year argument, by the way, audience.
Do you want to ask Alexa where you misplaced your Walkman?
No.
Okay.
Fucking idiot.
Jesus.
2 idiots.
Okay. Ash tries to punch Mewtwo in his distended genitalist gunt, but Mewtwo...
If we ever... Can we please make a spin-off podcast called... Distended... What was it?
Distended genitalist gunt. I mean, that does describe us.
Put that on my tombstone when I die.
So Ash tries to punch him, and Mewtwo uses his lack of a penis to shock him back, and he goes flying several hundred feet into the air, and he's gonna die. Oh no, he's falling to his death. Except this is Pokemon, and there's literally no consequences or goddamn anything. So Mew shows up and saves him, and puts him on a big floaty pink bubble cloud.
Yep.
And Mewtwo's like, "What, Mew? What?" And they kind of talk, except Mew just says, "Mew, Mew, Mew." And Mewtwo says, he probably goes through his fucking speech, "Who am I? What am I? What purpose was I created?" Then they start their epic fight. Mew evades for a little bit, but then after being struck with a magic lightning ball, he finally fights back and knocks Mewtwo back onto his big fat badonkadonk. Mewtwo gets up and says the following: "So, you do have some fight in you. But I have no time for games. Destiny is at hand. Who will rule? My super Pokemon or your pathetic group of inferior Pokemon? Now, let's play the game of Pokebattle, even though I just said I have no time for games." Yeah, shit.
Wait, let's play the game of Pokebattle?
No, he doesn't say that.
Okay.
But he literally says, "I have no time for games," and then the immediate aftermath is Pokebattle.
Okay,
which
yeah.
is a game.
Which is, basically.
It's a game.
Mm-hmm.
Get a
It's
kill.
also 100% animal abuse, but I mean, that's a story for a different podcast.
It's Pokemon abuse, but whatever. They're not animals.
Okay, all right. Okay,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, you fucking philosophy major.
There's a dramatic moment where the soundtrack gets all silent and we get slow motion of the vicious Pokemon battles. Dramatic music slowly swells up from the silence. The stupid humans pontificate about the horror of watching Pokemon fight. One of the dumb bitches says, "They're all living creatures. Does winning or losing really matter?" All right. Look, you brainless fucking twat. Your entire Poke universe is predicated on the fucking Poke battles and the concept of winning and losing and pitting living animals against each other. Eat trash and choke to death in an alley where your corpse will be defiled by meth addicts.
Living Pokemon. Turnabout is fair play.
So, the weirdest thing is evil Pikachu.
Nah, he can be called Pikachu. I'm fine with that.
Evil Pikachu, his fight with regular Pikachu. That tickles me so pink, I don't know why. So, Yeah, you'd think they'd be all like electric battling and it'd be really dramatic. No, evil Pikachu is just lazily slapping original Pikachu like the bitch he is.
This scene, I remember the scene when I was a kid thinking it was silly. Now I see it's fucking ridiculous.
It's so ridiculous. And they're just making the little sound like Pika.
Mm-hmm. These are like super powered magical electric mice and they're having a slap fight.
It's so stupid. It's so stupid. So Mew and Mewtwo end up they're like flying around up in the clouds or whatever, and they end up going back down to the arena where everyone else is still fighting. They crash and explode in the middle of the arena, knocking all the humans and Pokemon off to the side. Ash looks around and sees all the pain and suffering of all the Pokemon, and as Mew and Mewtwo are charging up their next magic lightning blast that they're gonna fire at each other. I'm stroking out, Larry. Ash yells, "Will you guys stop it?" And he runs into the middle of the arena and gets blasted by their lightning strikes, which turns him into a lifeless black statue.
Yeah, apparently. That's the effect it has on humans.
Pikachu tries electrocuting the statue a bunch, which is, I mean, I guess like a defibrillator, maybe.
Sure.
Maybe,
yeah.
I don't know.
He's sad. He's a sad little mouse.
But yeah, that doesn't work. So Pikachu starts crying over Ash's lifeless corpse, and then all of the Pokemon, originals and clones alike, start crying fairy dust, which statue Ash absorbs into his asshole, and he magically comes back to life. Also, the hurricane is gone. What? Why?
I don't have an answer.
That's the cure for hurricanes. Absorb fairy dust into your asshole. Someone tell Florida.
Oh, man. I'm sure someone in Florida right now is getting cocaine blown up their asshole, so.
Yeah. Hey, do you see any hurricanes? That's what I thought.
All I know is that it's not me, and I'm a little upset.
All of the clones and original Pokemon are friends now. Mewtwo apparently has realized that Mew and himself are both living things, and the circumstances of one's birth are irrelevant, and what matters is what you do with your life. So now he's chill as fuck. All of the clones start glowing and flying off into the clouds to a place where Mewtwo's heart can learn. Mewtwo says, "I will never forget today's events, but perhaps it's best if you do." Then the floor of the arena turns into a glowing portal which erases everyone's memory and kicks them back in the past to the ferry terminal, and none of them ever know what the fuck happened. Fuck! What? Larry!
So nobody
stop.
learned any lessons? I did not remember that part.
Mewtwo did. That's it. He's still selfish. Fucking Hitler of Pokemon. Fucking Hitler in the bunker, just staring at it. You know, Ava, I don't think I learned anything from this.
Fucking Ava Braun's corpse at his feet. He's like, I really think I should have learned something, but nope.
Nope.
Kapowie.
How are they going to make an after-school special of this?
I don't know what that accent is, but it is not Hitler.
He was trying out different things. He was like, if I get out of here, I can go on tour, I could do stand-up.
He was an
burlesque, maybe.
Burlesque. So everyone's got their memory wiped, so no one has learned anything.
No.
All right.
Except Mewtwo. He's off at a place where his heart can learn with all of his Pokemon clones who are loyal to him still. I don't know. I don't get it.
I just assume they melt or something after a couple hours.
I don't understand.
I don't know, man. So is that it?
That's it.
Oh, shit. Okay.
It's over. What's the deal with Pokemon?
All right, Pokemon Hitler.
Can we not do more Pokemon, please? This was a painful but delightful romp, but I don't want to play anymore. I'm sad.
Well, I want to let you know that my original plan, which is far more devious, before I did this, was to give you the Yu-Gi-Oh movie.
Oh no!
It's not on. It's not on Netflix, right? I played Yu-Gi-Oh for a long time, and I saw that movie in theaters. But no, yeah. You've done your due diligence for Pokemon. I just needed you to experience that.
I am not any closer to enjoying Pokemon.
It doesn't sound like you've learned. Mewtwo may have wiped your memory as well, because you seem to have learned nothing.
Who are you? What's happening? Are you my therapist? Are you my mommy?
I am your therapist, mommy.
Why are you holding anal beads? Oh, wait, this is the Pokemon.
No, that's Onyx.
Never mind. Okay, good. God damn it.
I want to send you just pick random. I'm going to text you pictures of random Pokemon and have you try and name them.
I had a similar game with a coworker because we would have like part-time employees at elsewhere in the country that like kind of did remote work for us, but we never really interacted with them. We just had to see their pictures when we would use them. And I got in this game where she would like send me a picture of some random guy and ask me to caption it. And I would come back with some horrible thing like, oh, he looks like he eats souls, or he's dating your 14-year-old daughter.
I do enjoy doing stuff like that.
It was wonderful.
Yeah,
just being completely shallow.
The weird thing, because I work for a kind of a worldwide corporation, and I work in the corporate office. So I talk to a lot of people all over the country, and now that we're like using Zoom and using like Microsoft Teams, I'm getting to see pictures of all these people, and seeing the faces of people I've been talking to and hated for years is somehow gratifying in some ways and much, much worse in others.
It is interesting.
Yeah.
I've sort of the opposite, where I've like talked to people and seen their pictures, but seen so few of them in the flesh. Because I didn't work there before COVID started.
Right.
And then every once in a while, like I'll be in a situation where I'll see someone and be like, oh, you look so much different than your picture. Very strange. Anyway, God, what are we talking about? Fuck.
Not Pokemon.
Yeah, I'm done with Pokemon. That's it. For the rest of my life, I'll go to the grave full to the brim of Pokemon.
Listen, Isaac, it'll be a time, but this is not going to be your last foray. Come on. Don't be ridiculous. This is Pokemon, the first movie Redux. Or Evolution. It's a mystery.
I'll give you one a decade.
You'll get what you get and like it.
Speaking of getting
fucking
what you get,
Wayans movies have I had to watch?
You got
3.
another Wayans movie. Oh, I'm just kidding. No.
I occasionally check if there's more. And unless you're dipping into a scary movie, there's not.
Now, I thought I was going to go with kind of a quirky, unknown one, but there's one that's pretty famous as a bad movie that I just have to do.
Okay.
And I've been thinking about it for a few cycles, and I gotta pull the trigger because you gave me this fella before, and now you are getting down with Kevin James and Paul Blart Mall Cop.
I tell you, fucking, it's amazing because I almost picked that for you this time. Oh, I was so close.
It's a perfect Bow's a Netflix movie.
Fuck!
I didn't even watch any of it. I just know it's going to be a train wreck.
You really don't even need to because it's legendarily one of the worst.
I'm excited.
Paul Blart Mall Cop, 2009. An overzealous security guard finds himself in over his head when he tries to thwart a criminal mastermind's plot to rob an entire shopping mall. Sorry, I kind of started to throw up in the middle of that.
Oh boy.
And the trailer that's been playing while I've been reading this description is Paul Blart trying unsuccessfully to stop a man on a hover round trying to escape him and failing.
Yeah. You're gonna have a good time with that one.
Man.
That's gonna be next Sunday's episode, so stay tuned for that.
Fuck.
And after that, probably nothing else? That's just gonna be it for the Bowels of Netflix?
Yeah, that's it. We're gonna end the show.
Yeah, we're just gonna end the show? Okay, good.
No. 2 weeks from now. Now this is one I only found last night. I had a couple in mind for you, but I looked around a little bit on a whim. And I was really hesitant to pick this because it features an actor I super duper like, but I think, and I mentioned to you a little bit before we started, this is kind of a roll of the dice for me. Because I think either you will be it just sucked, or it will make you the most uncomfortable anything has ever made you.
Oh boy.
And I'm not sure, this is a real gamble for me, but what you're going to be watching is a movie called The Late Bloomer.
I don't think I've heard of this one.
Neither had I.
Who's in it? I don't recognize the lady. Johnny Simmons? Is that your...
No, the guy in it it's Kumail Nanjiani, and he just has a bit part in it. I think he's a very small part. I think he's like a side character. He's not
Oh no.
Why don't you read that description there, homeboy?
I don't. Lego legal is over. A sex therapist with pituitary issues finally gets to experience puberty in all its glory at age 30, when an operation unleashes his raging hormones.
It looks so uncomfortable.
What?
I had never heard anything of this. Apparently it's based on a book. I don't know if it's a true story or whatever, but yeah.
If this is the kind of movie that doesn't show nipples, I'm going to be very upset.
It does have J.K. Simmons, who was, he was fucking...
Oh, I know him.
Yeah. What's the name of the guy in Spider-Man? Fuck. He's the guy who wants pictures of Spider-Man in Spider-Man.
Hitler?
No, Pokemon Hitler.
Oh, okay.
Kevin.
Bradshaw.
This is Kevin Pollak movie. I didn't know that. Also has Jane Lynch, an actress that I hate, but people seem to like. She was in fucking a Cinderella Story. Another Cinderella Story. What was it called? Fuck, I don't remember. I did it a long time ago in the show.
I don't.
I think it's another Cinderella Story.
Maybe?
It's something Cinderella Story.
I don't remember things. It's been so long.
I remember the movie quite well. It was terrible. It involved a Zune. Speaking of fucking our old stuff, in the related movies of Late Bloomer is both the fucking eggplant emoji movie, which I forget the name of, that I did. What was that called? The Package, and Hurricane Bianca from Russia with Hate.
Oh god.
So this is very fitting for the pals of Netflix.
There's a lot of related movies here that I've considered giving you. Also, Road Trip Beer Pong is in here.
Oh, son of a
yeah. There's a bunch of these movies that I've watched 5 minutes of.
Yeah.
Oh god.
You could like this, and that's the part I'm scared about. And I absolutely adore Kumail Nanjiani. Like, he can do no wrong for me. So that I'm hesitant to put anything he's in on this show.
I can't imagine this will be good.
No. The trailer was horrendous.
Yeah. Oh, and like I didn't give Pokemon a score. Like me, it's weird because like me personally, probably a 1.5. Like I would never want to watch it again.
Jesus, that is low.
It could be worse, but I would have absolutely no interest in watching it again. Not even out of like weird, like, oh god, this was awful. It's just kids movie shit. Not even good kids. I love me a Pixar movie, but just shit. For a kid, 4 or 5. I don't know. I'd sit a kid in front of it. It's not awful like that fucking Tim Allen movie that's racist and sexist was awful, and I would never want to subject a child to. Like, this is just dumb, not evil. Even though there's fucking Pokemon Hitler in it.
There is Pokemon Hitler. And his Pokemon clone Nazi loyalists. That would be... We've watched enough bad movies in our lives. There's probably a fucking movie with Hitler has a bunch of clone Nazi soldiers.
Probably.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, we are the Bowels of Netflix. Thank you so much for listening.
Blart, man? Ah, Jesus. I'm going to hate this.
Stay tuned for next week for Larry's suffering. He'll be suffering on Sunday for you.
Just like Christ. Did he suffer on a Sunday, or was that... I don't
No,
know.
Good Friday.
Why is it called Good Friday? Shouldn't it be Bad Friday?
Well, they did a good job of the crucifixion. I mean, just from, like, a practical standpoint.
Aren't most of our listeners from the Midwest? We're going to lose all of them.
Well, the crucifixion worked. It'd be worse if, like, they put the nails in the flaps wrong and he just fell off.
The flaps.
So now that we've offended the majority of our country in the world, we are the Bowels of Netflix. Thank you so much for listening. We love you. You're godless. Even if you believe, you know in your heart you're godless and you're going to hell.
I think I have called myself your Messiah on this show at least 3 times. So yeah, I mean,
I think that's a commandment issue right there,
or a cardinal sin.
Yeah.
Is a cardinal sin like a bird sin, or like?
Yeah, it's Pidgeot.
See you later. We're done. It's over.